Hey everybody, welcome back to Travels Abound. In today's episode, we're going to take you on a tour of our 2022 Solitude 3740 and why this
is the perfect family rig.
Stay tuned.
So first we're going to take you into the bunk room. Now, mind you, we're 2 weeks into full-time living, so not everything is put where we would like for it to be, but it's a work in progress. Coming into the bunk room, there used to be a trifold sofa here, and we removed that so that the kids would have their own workspaces. So we ordered these desks and put them in, and it works out perfectly. They have their own space, and they can keep everything separated. The top bunk, we removed the bed and we're using it for storage. Obviously, a lot more organization to be done. J-Man has his bunk down here. We added a curtain to give him a little bit of privacy, and he kind of likes it because it gives him a little cubby hole to play his games and hang out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then utilizing all of the storage space provided, this netted area, we have 3 bins under there. So 2 of the one you see up front and then 1 slightly smaller. We also added some additional storage for Katie up top. It took out just a little bit of space, but she still has pretty much a full-size bed.
And we were sure to opt for the third AC on this unit as well. If you're going to do full-time living or you're going to be in the heat in the summer, anything I'd say above 85 degrees, and you have a long rig, you will want that third AC.
Absolutely, because we've read and heard many times that this room gets very stuffy, but they stay very comfortable with that additional AC.
Yeah.
So they have their own half bathroom with storage under the sink, and then there's a small cubby hole behind the door. Alright, so in the living and kitchen area, we had plenty of space to bring Nick's crate. He's still puppy. So he can't be trusted to be left out if we have to leave him here. It rides well, it turns, fits perfectly with the slides in. Love this kitchen. I love the prep space that the island provides. I still have additional prep space here, which works out great for our coffee nook. The stove, many people think is too small, but we can cook a full meal. I've never had an issue with the size of the stove and oven. It works out great, just like at home. One dislike, we have to have a little band-aid when traveling because this likes to swing around, and this gets a little loose and can leave water splashed about. So that's our small band-aid of Nick's bow tie. Pantry, love this pantry. It holds way more than you expect, and just like anyone else, we tend to shove everything in there. Shh, don't tell Bobby. Just shoved everything in there.
Why did you open that up?
This is real life.
You're right.
Residential fridge. I say this was probably one of my favorite things that we opted for.
A lot of people will not like the fact that we have a residential fridge. Mainly because if you're boondocking, it will pull a lot of juice off of your batteries. So if you're wanting to do solar and everything like that, you have to get a larger solar setup. We would love to boondock, but it is not in our plans in the near future at all. So with this rig, we went ahead and went with the size and, for us, the reliability of the residential refrigerator. We have had some issues with the propane electric refrigerators in the past and just went with a residential refrigerator. So that's why we did that. I can hear the comments now. You shouldn't have gotten a residential refrigerator. You're not gonna boondock. We know that. We know that.
This little nook ends up being kind of our mail center. You can find packages here on the regular that are ready to go out to friends and family. Moving from the kitchen, This space had many options, and we chose the most versatile for us. We chose the table and chairs over the dinette, the booth dinette, because table and chairs we can move throughout the camper and use at each desk. And also, we would be able to more easily replace the cushions on this than we would in a booth. Also, the other option would be the super sofa, which just wasn't conducive for our needs. And we thought it would be a little more difficult to replace it as well as it wore out with having children and, you know, big old Nick Cooper wanting to climb up as well. We also took down the valances. They kind of closed in the space a bit, and so we thought opening it up a little by adding some curtains. And it also gave us a little extra privacy on the ends of the blackout shades. Moving out of the living area, I want to point out one thing. We knocked out the back panel down here and inserted a shoe tray so that we would have an easy spot to put our shoes when we first walk in the door.
Yeah, that was not there originally.
So coming on up, you have the master bath. I love the full shower size. We don't feel like we're cramped turning around in this shower. The two cabinets at the back of the shower are actually the depth of the shower wall, so there's plenty of storage room in there for however you want to utilize it.
Yeah, they're deceiving.
They are. We're coming into the bedroom. This is Nick's favorite spot, as you can see. We opted for the king option, and we put in a residential king. It fits perfectly. A little difficult changing the sheets.
Real quick, I want to put in my 2 cents on this king-size bed. Yes, it is awesome. It is an awesome option, and if it's stormy nights and you have kids, you know your kids are going to be in here with you. I mean, it is what it is. But it restricts your flow on each side of the bed. You have to really shuffle down to the foot of the bed to get off of it, and you look like, you know, those big walruses that are on the beach trying to get into the... It's the truth. Trying to get into the water on the ocean. That if you can put that in your head, that's what you look like getting off of the bed in the mornings. Yeah, so we're going to downsize to a queen on this so that we'll have some space on either side so we can just get off and walk around.
So this model actually does have an option for washer dryer. It has full hookup in here, and we did install one ourselves. It has made a world of difference in our lives, especially with children and a Nick to clean up after. Something else, storage. The previous dresser we took out because it didn't hold hardly anything. So we put in this 6-cube storage with this cube bins, and it holds probably 3 times as much as the built-ins that were here before. We also scooted this down a little bit from where the dresser was and installed a desk. So this is my workspace. It works out perfectly for me. We have our wireless router in this closet, so I am right here to stay connected.
And we do have a squeak, just so people know.
We do have a squeak.
But it is what it is.
It is.
And that's it, a tour of our 2022 Solitude 3740. Now you may ask, why did we pick Grand Design? We're on our 3rd Grand Design fifth wheel. Our reasoning for this is simple. It's because of customer service. But there is great customer service in other brands as well. Just do your homework, find the camper that is right for you and your family, whether it be a mid-bunk or a bunkhouse, and go for it.
And if there's minor things that you don't like about it, just remember it's very simple to make these changes, and there's lots of resources to find out how to do that in a safe way.
Yeah, it's just sticks, staples, and screws.
A little glue.
A little glue here and there. But you can fix it and make it your own, like we have. We absolutely love what we've done with this. So, with that being said, we greatly appreciate you being here. If you have not already done so, please feel free to subscribe, and we will catch you next week.
Bye.